At 33, something shifts, not in the world, not in the calendar, but inside you. A quiet signal, almost imperceptible, whispers that a door is opening, a door the universe rarely offers. Life up to this point has been preparation. Every struggle, every triumph, every silent moment of reflection has been arranging you for what comes next. At this age, your mind carries both experience and clarity. Your heart has felt enough to understand, yet not so much to be burdened. You are balanced between the wisdom of the past and the potential of what is yet unseen. Few speak of this. Ancient teachings, like those preserved in Shaolin tradition, point to this precise time in life as a threshold. They say it is the age when readiness meets opportunity, when the universe notices those who have cultivated discipline, awareness, and presence. It is not about luck or timing alone. It is about an inner alignment, a quiet readiness that draws extraordinary moments toward you. In this video, you will uncover why 33 can be the turning point of your life. You will learn how to recognize the subtle signs that the universe is offering something rare, why your past trials were not wasted, and how your discipline and self-mastery prepare you to step through this door. We will explore how this moment can transform not just your circumstances, but your very sense of purpose and direction. Stay with me until the end, because the wisdom shared here has the power to shift the way you move through life, to awaken awareness you may not even know you possess. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire. Subscribe now and step into the path of presence, mastery, and transformation. Stillness is not emptiness. It is a space where the mind sheds its endless chatter, where thoughts no longer pull you in 1,000 directions, and where clarity quietly rises like dawn over a calm river. The Shaolin masters teach that in this silence, truth becomes visible, not through struggle or force, but through observation, through presence. Opportunities do not knock with fanfare. They do not arrive announced by noise or urgency. They appear in the subtle, almost hidden moments, a pause between breaths, a glance that lingers, a feeling that whispers rather than shouts. Only those who have learned to remain still, who have trained their awareness through discipline and mindfulness, can recognize them. To act without this clarity is to grasp at shadows, to wait without readiness is to miss the shift entirely. This is why the practice of mindfulness is so vital. Sitting quietly, observing your breath, listening to the rise and fall of thought without attachment, you cultivate the ability to notice what others overlook. A small shift in circumstance, a fleeting intuition, a subtle alignment of people and timing, all of these are the universe speaking. Shaolin training is not just physical, it is the cultivation of a mind that can perceive the world beneath its surface, a mind that sees the doorway before the door even opens. When you learn to move through life in this way, stillness becomes your guide. Decisions are no longer frantic reactions, but clear, deliberate steps. You begin to sense the currents of life, the hidden rhythm that carries true opportunity. And when the moment arrives, you do not chase it. You recognize it, step forward, and move with a precision born of patience, discipline, and quiet awareness. There is a strength the world cannot give, a doorway that cannot be unlocked by money, status, or chance. It is forged quietly, day by day, in the discipline of thought, action, and intention. Each morning that you rise before comfort calls, each moment you choose patience over impulse, each breath taken in mindful awareness, you are building a power that no circumstance can take from you. This is the kind of strength that prepares you for the extraordinary. True opportunity, the kind that changes the course of a life, waits for those who have mastered themselves. It waits for the person who can observe their own mind without being swept away by fear, desire, or distraction. Emotions that once dictated choices now move through you like passing clouds. Thoughts no longer imprison you, they serve you. Impulses arise and fall, and you respond with clarity rather than reaction. This is internal mastery, the quiet engine behind every transformation. By the time the 33rd year arrives, years of small, disciplined acts converge. What once required struggle now moves with ease. The habits, the focus, the control over your inner world, all of it reaches a point where life's thresholds can finally be crossed. The universe does not present its rare openings to those unprepared, and at this age, the accumulation of self-discipline aligns with readiness. A shift happens, not forced, not sudden, but inevitable. The internal work meets the external moment, and doors that once seemed invisible begin to open. It is not luck, it is preparation made visible. Those who have trained their mind, tempered their spirit, and refined their presence find that when life offers the extraordinary, they do not hesitate. They move through it with precision, grounded in a mastery that is older than any book, deeper than any teaching, and more powerful than any fleeting chance. Every moment contains a doorway, but most pass unnoticed because the mind is elsewhere, chasing the past, fearing the future, entangled in endless distraction. The Shaolin masters teach that life's power lies in presence, in fully inhabiting the now. Every breath, every step, every gesture becomes a thread woven into the fabric of opportunity. When the mind is focused, the world speaks in subtle ways, guiding those who are attentive toward moments that can change everything. Awareness is not merely watching, it is participating in life with full clarity. A movement as simple as lifting a cup, a gesture as small as a bow, can be executed with perfect attention. In this attention, the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary. Shaolin training refines the senses, sharpens perception, and cultivates a kind of presence that allows one to sense openings before they are obvious. The universe rarely waits for the distracted. It waits for the alert, the patient, the one who has trained both body and mind to notice what others overlook. When a rare opportunity appears, it often arrives quietly, like a ripple across a still pond. Only those who live fully in the present, who have learned to dissolve the noise of scattered thoughts, can perceive it. Focus becomes a magnet, drawing what is aligned with your awareness toward you. Each choice, each disciplined act of attention strengthens this alignment. Living in the present is not a fleeting practice. It is a continuous refinement of perception. It transforms ordinary moments into portals of potential. The person who masters this finds that doors appear where others see walls, that chance meets preparation, and that life, in all its subtlety, rewards the one who moves with calm, deliberate awareness. Presence becomes both shield and compass, guiding each step toward what truly matters. There comes a moment when the mind realizes that holding on can be heavier than letting go. Life-changing opportunities rarely arrive while you are weighed down by old beliefs, habits, and patterns that no longer serve you. The Shaolin teachings speak of this as a clearing, a necessary release before the next chapter can unfold. What has shaped you until now may become the very barrier to what is waiting. The ego is subtle. It dresses desire as necessity, fear as caution, and attachment as comfort. It whispers that you need more, that the old ways are safe, that the familiar is enough. But true growth demands a willingness to see beyond these illusions. When opportunity comes, it tests the mind, revealing whether your choices are born from clarity or the clutter of self-interest. Letting go is not loss. It is a conscious shedding of what blinds you to what matters. By the time life reaches the 33rd year, the mind often develops the capacity to discern. Experiences accumulated through struggle, reflection, and discipline sharpen perception. You begin to see patterns for what they are, what strengthens your path and what binds it. You recognize that not every desire is aligned with purpose, not every belief supports evolution. This clarity allows for precise action, a movement toward life that is intentional rather than reactive. Shedding the old is not a single act, it is a practice. Each day offers the chance to release what no longer serves, to quiet the ego, and to make space for the extraordinary. When this happens, the mind is uncluttered, and the heart is ready. In that readiness, opportunity arrives not as a storm, but as a gentle opening, a rare moment for transformation that can be seen, understood, and embraced with the wisdom earned through years of inner mastery. The world speaks in whispers, not in shouts. The universe communicates through patterns that are easy to miss, a repeated phrase that lingers in your mind, a chance meeting that feels heavier than coincidence, a sudden feeling that cannot be ignored. These signs are subtle, yet they carry weight far beyond their apparent simplicity. They are the language of life, guiding those who listen toward what is truly aligned with their path. Mindfulness is the skill of listening without distortion. It teaches the mind to observe without rushing to interpret, to feel without clinging, to notice without forcing meaning. When attention is cultivated, these subtle signals begin to emerge from the noise. A certain glance, a fleeting coincidence, a thought that refuses to leave your awareness. These are not random. They are the universe pointing gently but insistently toward what matters. Recognizing the rare openings that life presents requires more than mere observation. It demands a refined inner attention, a mind trained through discipline and presence. Shaolin teachings emphasize that the body, mind, and spirit must move in harmony to perceive what others overlook. When this harmony exists, patterns that once seemed invisible become clear. You begin to sense rhythm in events, intention in encounters, and direction in moments that once felt ordinary. To respond to these signs, one must remain calm, patient, and grounded. Overthinking clouds perception, and forcing meaning distorts the message. The practice is in staying alert yet relaxed, engaged yet unattached, receptive yet discerning. In this state, the doorway appears, not as a dramatic signal, but as a quiet alignment of circumstances, people, and intuition. Life opens its rare moments to those who can read its subtle language, and only then can true opportunity be seen, understood, and embraced with clarity. There are moments in life when hesitation becomes the greatest barrier. Shaolin philosophy teaches that action taken with clarity and presence is the bridge between preparation and opportunity. When the path is visible, when the mind and body are aligned, the moment calls not for doubt but for decisive movement. Waiting too long allows chance to fade. Moving too early invites chaos. Mastery lies in sensing the precise point where readiness meets timing. By the 33rd year, the lessons of life often settle into a quiet balance. Experience tempers fear, reflection deepens understanding, and the mind learns to distinguish instinct from impulse. Confidence no longer brags. It rests in knowing that preparation has shaped capability. Boldness is not reckless. It is the calm assurance that when the doorway opens, one can step through without faltering. Opportunity rarely waits for the indecisive, but it rewards the one who moves with clarity and intention. Preparation is invisible, yet it shapes destiny. Years of discipline, study, and mindful practice converge at these moments. The body responds without hesitation, the mind evaluates without distortion, and the heart acts without ego. Each small act of training, each choice to master self over distraction, builds a readiness that appears effortless when tested. To act decisively is to honor both the present and the work that has come before. It is to step forward in rhythm with life, neither pushing against it nor being carried by it blindly. In this delicate alignment of courage, wisdom, and timing, the rare openings of life reveal themselves fully. At 33, the accumulation of inner mastery often reaches the threshold where such moments no longer slip away. They are met with the precision, clarity, and calm boldness that true preparation creates. A rare opportunity is like a river. It flows freely, but only those ready to navigate it can reach the other shore. Success does not come from chance alone. It emerges when inner clarity meets outer action, when the mind, heart, and body move in harmony toward a singular purpose. Without this alignment, even the most promising moment slips through fingers unprepared to grasp it. Discipline is the current that guides this flow. Daily practices, small, consistent, deliberate, shape the mind and body to respond with precision. Meditation, reflection, mindful movement, and focused effort refine awareness, allowing the subtle signals of life to be seen and understood. These habits may seem ordinary, but over time they create a foundation upon which extraordinary opportunities can be recognized and embraced. Shaolin philosophy calls this alignment. When internal mastery is reflected in every external act, the world itself becomes an extension of your readiness. Spiritual alignment amplifies chance events in ways the untrained mind cannot perceive. When intention is pure, When ego-driven desires do not cloud judgment, the universe responds. Patterns that once seemed random begin to converge. Encounters, insights, and openings align with the inner state. The rare opportunity does not force itself. It emerges naturally, drawn to those whose inner and outer worlds resonate in harmony. At this point, action becomes effortless, yet deliberate. Each step, each decision flows from a place of clarity and consistency. The preparation, the discipline, the mindfulness, all of it meets the moment perfectly. The universe does not favor the hurried or the scattered. It favors the ready. And those who have cultivated this alignment find that when the extraordinary appears, they do not stumble. They move with the quiet confidence of someone who has mastered the inner world, and in that mastery, the rare opportunity is fully realized. The universe does not hand out its rarest gifts as prizes for pride. True opportunity is a mirror reflecting the readiness and character of the one who stands before it. Shaolin teachings remind us that loud ambition and ego-driven desire often blind the mind, making it incapable of seeing what is offered. The path to transformation is measured not by accolades or recognition, but by the quiet strength cultivated in stillness, patience, and disciplined practice. Humility is the vessel that allows opportunity to be received fully. Without it, even the most promising moment can overwhelm, turning blessing into burden. To act with humility is to acknowledge both the magnitude of the chance and the limits of one's own control. It is to move with awareness rather than force, to carry the responsibility of change without being consumed by the illusion of personal greatness. In this way, the rare opening becomes not just a moment of external success, but a deepening of inner mastery. Shaolin philosophy values this quiet power above all else. The student who bows with reverence, who listens more than he speaks, who acts with precision rather than show, demonstrates the strength that endures. The world may celebrate the loud, the bold, and the boastful, but the path of true opportunity belongs to those who cultivate patience, resilience, and insight. Their impact is subtle yet profound, their presence steady, their choices deliberate. In life, the doors that matter test not how much one can take, but how well one can hold. Character becomes the measure, humility the key, and quiet strength the bridge between preparation and fulfillment. Those who have walked the disciplined path find that when the rare moment comes, they are not merely present, they are ready, balanced, and able to carry the weight of transformation without losing themselves to it. Some moments arrive in life not to change what is around you, but to transform what is within. A rare opportunity is never merely external. It is a mirror, a spark, a quiet force that shifts the landscape of your mind, your priorities, your sense of self. Shaolin wisdom teaches that such openings are invitations to evolve, to see the world and oneself with a depth previously unknown. They demand more than action. They demand presence, awareness, and the willingness to be reshaped. When these moments appear, they illuminate what truly matters. Superficial goals fall away, and the weight of distraction diminishes. Perspective shifts, revealing the patterns of past choices, the consequences of unchecked desires, and the subtle currents of life that have guided every step. Priorities realign naturally, guided by clarity rather than force. In their quiet way, these openings refine judgment, deepen insight, and cultivate a resilience that is both humble and unshakable. The universe does not offer such moments to those chasing success alone. It offers them to those whose inner work has prepared them to recognize the invitation, to respond with alignment rather than impulse. Years of discipline, reflection, and mindful presence create the readiness to engage fully, not only with the chance itself, but with the transformation it brings. The rare opportunity becomes a teacher, shaping not only what you do, but how you think, feel, and exist in the world. To meet it is to evolve. Each choice within that moment becomes a step toward a self more aware, more centered, more capable of embodying both power and wisdom. The gift is not in achievement alone. It is in the deep internal shift that continues long after the external moment has passed, leaving the mind and spirit tempered, aligned, and awake to the fullness of life. At 33, The universe often offers a moment that carries more than chance. It carries transformation. What appears as opportunity is the reflection of years spent cultivating presence, discipline, and clarity within. True openings do not favor luck or ambition alone. They meet those who have prepared the mind, tempered the spirit, and refined the heart. By embracing stillness, observing your inner world, and acting with courage tempered by humility, you align with these rare currents. Life shifts not because the world changes, but because you have grown to meet it fully. Each choice, each act of awareness becomes a step into a chapter where potential unfolds naturally, where purpose becomes visible, and where the extraordinary emerges from the ordinary. Carry this wisdom into your daily life. Notice the subtle signals, honor the discipline of small consistent acts, and cultivate quiet strength. Let presence guide your decisions, and let humility temper your actions. In doing so, you prepare not only for the moments the universe offers, but for the evolution they bring. If this message resonates, join our journey of mastery, mindfulness, and inner awakening. Like this video, subscribe to Shaolin Soulfire, and step into the path where stillness, clarity, and purpose meet. Peace flows where attention rests, and transformation begins in those who are ready to receive it.